Let's now look at another aspect of a language, another definition of language. Language is a symbol system. A language is a system of arbitrary vocal symbols by means of which a social group cooperates. So, this is the definition given by Bloch and Traeger. Language is a system of arbitrary vocal symbols by means of which a social group cooperates. So, unlike Spear's definition of language, it makes little, if not, it makes little emphasis or appeal to communicative system of language. Language plays a very strong communicative role in a society. These definitions emphasize more on social function of language. Obviously, language is used in the society, but it is only emphasizing on this aspect of language. It has a narrow view of or a narrow role of language that it plays in a society. And most importantly, it includes property of arbitrariness. Since this definition emphasizes more on its language roles on society, we know that language and societies are two very important aspects from each other. Language is biologically and logically before writing system, but this definitions negates the aspect of writing system. Obviously, we do not use language in speech, though language and speech are two very important aspects, but language is also used when we are writing. So we cannot say that language is only used for speaking purpose. Important thing that I just said is language has a role of or a property of arbitrariness. So let's see that what is this arbitrariness. If we take this word, we find that when we say that there is an arbitrary relation between two things, it means that they don't have any intrinsic relationship. Let's make it more precise. We see that the word that we use for any object has an arbitrary relationship or has no intrinsic relationship with the sign or the symbol that we use and the object that we use. For example, if we say table, the word table has little to do with the object table. We can use any other word for or symbol for this object. So this aspect of language is a very important aspect which we will later on discuss in different topics. So the definition of Bloch and Traeger basically emphasize more on social aspect of language and the role that language plays in society, and it does not discuss much relationship of language with reference to its communicative function in this society. So it restricts language to its spoken aspect. So this definition basically emphasizes more on spoken aspect of the language than on any other. And one thing it adds to it, that arbitrariness. And as I told you, arbitrariness, when we say that arbitrariness, there is little relationship between the symbols and the object it refers to.